Continual improvement and the guiding principles. In this lesson, I want to briefly discuss how we can tie the idea of the continual improvement model back to our guiding principles. You may have thought to yourself while I was covering those different steps, hey, wouldn't the insert the name of your guiding principle here be very useful during this step? And guess what? You would be right. All of the principles are applicable and relevant at nearly every step of the improvement initiative. However, some of our guiding principles are especially relevant to certain steps. So we're going to go through the 7 steps again really quickly one more time. But this time, we're going to link them back to our useful guiding principles for each step, and we're going to figure out which ones are the most useful. First, we have what is the vision. When we're thinking about the vision, we want to have a focus on value. We want to think about collaborating and promoting visibility so we can share that vision across the organization. And we want to think and work holistically because we want to create a vision that works for the entire organization, not just for a single department. Our second step, where are we now, that's going to start with where we are. So going back to the principle of start where you are is a great place. Also, we want to collaborate and promote visibility. We want everyone to know exactly where we are and how we're performing. Third, we want to go to where do we want to be. This is where we're going to progress iteratively with feedback. We're going to start setting out goals and start some things into motion. We also want to think and work holistically so we can think about how it's going to affect the entire organization. We also want to think about keeping it simple and practical. When I start figuring out how I'm going to do metrics and measures, I don't want to have it very complicated. I want something that's simple, practical, and easy to measure. And then I also want to think about optimizing and automation because I don't want to have to go and check all the server spaces manually. I want to figure out the capacity metric automated, and I want to do that through an optimized method. So these are going to be the 4 that are most important to us. In our 4th step, how do we get there? We're starting to plan, right? Well, when we plan, we want to plan to progress iteratively and with feedback. We also want to make sure we're collaborating and promoting visibility of that plan to everybody else. We want to think and work holistically, so our plan is going to affect everyone in the organization properly, and we want to keep our plan simple and practical. Our 5th step is where we take action. When we take action, we're focusing on value. What actions can we do to get us the most value the quickest? We also want to progress iteratively and with feedback, incorporating that feedback as we go and taking positive action and continually move forward. And then we want to collaborate and promote visibility. We want to make sure everybody knows what actions we're taking and why we're doing it. Next, we're going to move into the 6th step, which is did we get there? When we're thinking about did we get there, we're again going to have a focus on value. We're going to collaborate and promote the visibility of the results so people know, yes, we did it, it worked, or uh-oh, it didn't, we need to try harder. And we want to think and work holistically, again, across the entire organization. That brings us to our 7th and final step. How do we keep the momentum going? Well, we're going to focus on value. We're going to collaborate and promote visibility, sharing the message with everybody else. We're going to think and work holistically across the organization. And now that we've got something that's working, we want to optimize it. And once we optimize it, we want to automate it. So optimize and automate would be our last guiding principle. So as you can see, by using the continual improvement along with the guiding principles, you can create a solid framework for successful service management. These concept models work exceptionally well with agile methodologies, especially with that progress and iterative feedback, and we also can use it for DevOps or development operations and lean frameworks as well. It really does work well, and it is an excellent tool to put in your toolbox as you move forward into the real world.